Grealish has left Manchester City. He's moving to Everton on loan because at the end of the season with an option to buy for £50 million next year. I feel it was never going to work. It was never going to work for Grealish at Manchester City. It was quite difficult for him, though during the treble year for Manchester City 2023. He was quite good enough for them. You know, he was instrumental in making sure they made it. But it was never going to work. It was never going to work because Grealish, like I keep saying, for some players, most players are meant for the average side. Some managers as well are meant for the average side, and Grealish is one of those players I think, or I feel, is meant for the average side. You know, the average mentality. For him to be at that top level, maintaining consistent performances would be very, very difficult for him, especially at Manchester City. At Manchester City, the pressure is there. City last season, they didn't win anything last season. So this season, they are under pressure to win. They are under pressure to retain the Premier League title. They are under pressure to compete in the Champions League. And the board actually requires you to put in consistent performances week in, week out. And it was going to be difficult for a player like Grealish. He needs time to perform. He needs to go to a place where the pressure is not that much, you know, to an average side in the Premier League, because they are at Everton, the pressure is not much. You cannot compare the expectations at Everton to that of Manchester City. So he needed to just go to Man City, a big club, to win something, and it's good that he has won the Premier League title and of course the Champions League title. So he needed to get some silverware to his name. But at City, it was difficult for him to maintain that top level performances week in, week out, and that's what is required of you at a big club. Big clubs actually requires you to play week in, week out. You're not just playing week in, week out. You are maintaining consistent performances. Consistent performances, goals, assist every week in, week out for the clubs, for them to be at the pinnacle, for them to be where they want to be. Big clubs actually set targets for themselves, and City have become a big club in the Premier League. So they want to win always. They want to win always, and it will be difficult for you as a player if you're not maintaining the consistent performance week in, week out. All the best to Grealish, and he has gone back to where he belongs. That's it.